new warning labels for cigarette packages. And I'll let you know now, the point of these images is to shock, so keep that in mind as we begin this segment. These are images of bulging tumors, gangrene, there's babies hooked up to breathing tubes. Those are just some of the pictures that will be required on cigarette packages by the end of this month. That was gangrene, and then there's this one of this young infant. Joining us this morning from Ottawa is Rob Cunningham, a senior policy analyst with the Canadian Cancer Society. And Rob, do these kinds of campaigns actually work? If you're a smoker, don't you already know the risks?
They work. There's been studies worldwide. Many governments are doing this. It's more than 130. A picture says 1,000 words. I have just a couple of examples here. This one about tongue cancer. That's the first time that's going to be a warning in Canada. Here's one about strokes. These warnings allow them to be more visible, more memorable, and they simply cannot be ignored. And that's why the tobacco companies oppose them. And if they oppose them, they must have a reason. Clearly, they want to protect their sales from decreasing. From a health perspective, we want cigarette sales to decrease.
Rates of smoking, and we've done a few segments on this show about that. They've been in decline for decades, but a survey conducted by Health Canada just last year, you'll know this, found that nearly 1/3 of Canadian students had tried an e-cigarette, while nearly 10% of students vape daily. Those are amongst the highest rates in the world. So why not go after e-cigarettes in the same way we do regular cigarette packaging?
We are very concerned by the very high rates of youth vaping in Canada. We need to do far more to protect youth from being addicted. Tobacco companies are marketing these e-cigarettes. One thing that the federal health minister, Mark Holland, could do is to ban flavors in e-cigarettes Canada-wide. Several provinces and territories have already done this. There's more that could be done with respect to taxation, plain packaging, health warnings, a whole series of measures, and you're right to raise it.
What more, when you say that more measures can be done, what are you talking about?
Well, we need a comprehensive set of measures to reduce youth vaping. We can learn the lessons from tobacco control, and that includes taxes. Many provinces are going to start to have e-cigarette taxes come into force July 1st. That's going to help because youth are responsive to taxes. To have an investment in cessation programs for people who vape, for them to quit, but also to have more health warnings on packages, to have to deal with the flavors and the very attractive designs. Mm-hmm. Tobacco companies, in part, have these new disposable products that are easier to conceal from parents and teachers. What
about putting those kinds of images onto e-cigarette packaging or vaping?
So Health Canada is not looking at that at this moment. I certainly think much more could be done with respect to warnings for e-cigarette packages. There's only one warning at the moment, black and white text, with respect to addiction. There's more information about the health effects that should be presented, and there could be a health warning directly on the individual e-cigarette device. Just as this coming spring in Canada, there's going to be a warning directly on every individual cigarette.
Hey, Rob Cunningham, it was great to have your perspective on this morning. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Anne-Marie.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.